terrible, their policy on military. She's running on a tax hike. She's going to raise your taxes. You got to hear this. We are going to raise your taxes. And the people clap. But who is going to win with her? All my life.
Killed?
Something in Northside just erupted, and apparently it's got maelstromers hauling ass out of it.
About, which totally is not something that radicalized cults do. I mean, she clearly has read the How to Make a Cult section of the 48 Laws of Power, as she has her spoiled girly support group that doesn't allow dissenting opinions, and has the narcissistic belief that her group is better than other people.
I just showed my dog a Grammy. Said he knows a man that slapped it. I'm so cheesed. Your mademoiselle night turkey. I'm
Alexei, because I mean, Alexei plays positions like Mini and will get good numbers in these maps, but he's got enough on his play calling. I think he really wants to.
One of the betting officers that really killed you on Mirage. Be so strong in after the first 2 rounds that MIBR it was just too much of an uphill battle that entire time. Constant rise, and obviously just a lack of production. But I just say,
about to find out that MIBR have not bamboozled them. In fact, everybody's one extra kill to work with for Team Liquid, but great job from MIBR trading these out. But eventually, Insani takes a step far too far forward, and Swiss is waiting inside of Mini. So with a headshot like that, it is now Team Liquid wrapping around the back as Swiss takes a step forward towards dropping.
I forgot to turn off the wires. I got to untie the wires.
This will give us a good look at Nova's living room, but it would go from here. But I do know how Nova handled the aftermath of this. Anyone that covered any blame for the situation. But even if it was, he still allowed it to happen under his watch. And then, of course, his co-host.
Go green, yeah, bitch, go vote. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Everybody know I'm getting to this dope. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Martin Luther King, he was the GOAT. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Kodak, let me drive the boat. Ah, my bed fucked up, it's broken. They on my ass, they talking about bro, go vote me. I told them I can't cause I sound like a dolphin. Ah, 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 ah. Called up for work and said, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ah. They said, you got the whole year off, bro. I work Fridays. Hey, they want me to go vote.
And frequent unintended or indirect discrimination. Child maltreatment and abuse in its various forms are adverse childhood experiences. Therefore, it is critically important for appropriate interventions to occur to help mitigate long-term impacts on children. For more employment, lack of food or housing, substance abuse, social isolation, systemic racism and oppression, or untreated in your interactions with the family. Impacts of ACEs may be mitigated by protective techniques. 5 potential factors which have been identified in research are 1. Parental resilience, 2. The child's social connections, 3. The family having concrete support.
Status of the individual or family were different. Please also consider if the needs of the family can be met through other means outside of the CPS system. And consider information that might be different from our first impressions and assumptions. Critical thinking requires you to identify what specifically concerns you about the current situation. Be open and willing to learn and consider all information. Gather adequate information about the current situation. What evidence do you have to draw conclusions from? Take a moment to examine and differentiate between concrete evidence and where you may be making an assumption. Analyze that information to separate fact from assumption. Consider your understanding of the unique culture, background, and circumstances of this family in the moment. Recognize the possibility of bias in your personal opinions. Are you making assumptions about an individual family based on stereotypes, their cultural identity, or background? Is your understanding influenced by your
and professional training? In this example, the teacher is neither a parent nor a PLR to the child, and therefore the SCR will not be able to register this report for investigation.
Oh shit, yo, I'm on your head. That was over there. What the fuck out?
You will not be provided with any additional information about the CPS investigation. completion. 2221A
Okay.
form to your left.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, we actually won that? Okay. Yeah.
Screen. Within 60 days, the CPS agency must determine whether
I have a boomstick. I'm gonna rush them this time. I have a frozen gun as well. The fuck? Alright. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. Dude, I think they're higher up than you. I think there is a higher up. Stay in cover. They're really low. They'll die upon any contact with the lava. Yo. He's like 0 health. One is dead.
Did Brolin catch the drop? Doable.
They are being very cautious.
To nuke, they beat Liquid on. I think the thing is, this map isn't... He even knew that they flashed and took a ramp control.
And everyone, well,
this one back. Safe did hit a
Stand wherever you'd like.
I like Holland's response to that though. Throws some kind of smoke. So much uncertainty on investigating though. And Ryan can swing off it. Ooh, just the one. Good one back to drop. Search and activate straight up. Safe puts him down. Great. Yeah, this is actually shaping up now for Uber. Say that as the bomb is lost. Wow, Torgy just with full belt of util, full health, charges through a smoke.
And they're looking louder because he needs the ramp rotator, so is he rotating heaven? Answers no.
MRBR not putting on the best face in the do or die map. Taking nuke and stuffs it.
And the exertion push yard is coming.
He's behind you.
And that's the thing is because Jimmy's up heaven, that's the ramp, so they're probably up towards lobby, right? Because we were just in lobby, right?
Potential 20 frag all if he could the ace. Just gonna be within touching distance as we swap some.
Well, he's got no time, Alex.
Find him.
He's got absolutely no time. Spam the hunt, maybe.
Survival. He was worth there for
Indeed.
Oh, exertion starts to move towards control of the taking this fight to the side, holding this just tight line.
But scouted very quickly.
Oh my god, they're right next to him.
No way, man! There's no way! All of this is real. Oh my god. I don't know if this is a joke and I'm just not in on it, or if this is a game of Counter-Strike. I've never seen anything like this. Krad's still in the same position. Where could he be? Where could he be? He's gone. No. He reached the die. We've got 40 on the clock.
Alright. You can just take all three. Go into the
Update. I am in Minecraft version 1.15.
Scrupulous landlords. Dilpreet went from an only child in India to sharing a crowded house of students she'd never met before.
So we are just one floor and we are 9 people on that floor. In the basement, it's like 6 people in the basement.
This agency promises easy and speedy visas. Notice there's no mention of education. The ads, the empty.
some crack, I don't give
The radio's calming. In the pool.
I haven't checked it yet right now. I have to run it. It's trying to, the GPS is trying to locate itself right
Oh, it was behind us? Oh, I'm sorry. We need to go back, but we can hit that camp real quick. Collected. I can just put that on. Yep, sure can. And then I can put my tactical jacket back on. And then my old armor. Okay, so you can swap it in and out.
I am gonna hop off, y'all.
Alright, buddy.
Good night, y'all.
Stable.
Yeah.
It would go from like full bars to 1 bar that disconnects, and then full bars to 1 bar that disconnects.
Holy shit, Porter, this is a large ass cave. You did?
Yeah. Oh. Motherfucking caribou something trying to kick me off the cliff.
Alright, game saved.
Right.
Plant and kill him. They need to sit in a corner and wait for him to plant.
Travis, I mean, with
Oh, what the fuck? I just got one shot. Damn, these people have given me AIDS already. Yo! Yo. Nice. Dead. God damn. What the fuck? Alright, nice. Most likely. Oh, I got the boomstick. Nice. He's low, I think. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, the rematch was immediately canceled. I think they both canceled the rematch, like...
players, because they...
I don't know about that, because it's a much more grueling schedule physically. First of all, you're running and shooting every night, you're sprinting. It's a serious competitions. People died from taking and cycling, gotten strokes, and died.
That's their shit.
But there's which applies all sorts of really unusual levels. I mean, I don't know if it's
talking about random things I see on the internet. Like, I know this dude's not saying this is harder than 95. I can sit here and complain. It makes me kind of now I know y'all can smell that coke. Look at his face when he says that. Oh, I love how I live. Not really expressing it. And you're making time.
Who are you even parodying? Nobody has ever acted like this. Nobody cares that you turned off your comments. Like, what? What kind of self-centered world do you live in where your Venmo and Cash App are in bio as if people are going to send you money and you want them to get under your skin? But then there's just this, like the polar opposite, acting like enamored by hate comments. Oh my god, I just got a hate comment? That made my day. Saying that you deserve to be flooded with hate comments, but like there's a reason why it happened. It was the specific content that you were making and the way you were making it. A good way to reduce I need to have an iron mind, I need to be sharp, I need to be agile. I can't have something like this catch me off guard, and all of a sudden I'm you know, having a bit of a hard time adapting, having a stroke on the floor, and the only person there to give me CPR is this fucking beast. It can't happen. I need to be prepared.
Sweatshirt, and I have my sus. So that I'm not scared.
Stephanie really bought into her child identity and was so convincing that she even put the weight down into thinking she was 6 years old.
economically counterproductive ways in the back end, because they wind up, you know, in our institutions. And our institutions just spend a truckload of money. So if you look at the cost savings and the value gains and the economic growth, that actually gets you back about $1 trillion of the 1.8. This is like the trickle-up economy, because none of the money disappears. It goes right back into the economy. And the way you get the last 800 billion or so is related to what we think is happening with AI and all these advanced technologies. Because if you look at who's going to win with AI and self-driving cars and trucks, the savings from robot trucks are estimated to be $168 billion a year, just from that one thing. So the problem is that the American public is going to see very little of that money. Because the winners are going to be the trillion-dollar tech companies that are great at just not paying a lot of taxes. They'll move it through Ireland. Amazon will say it didn't make any money.
Same time next week?
this through. What if I clapped your cheeks? You failed to think about that, didn't you? Yeah. So if I clapped your cheeks, I would mean probably like 5 minutes because this guy's fucking delusional. So he double texts her like, oh, so now you're ignoring me? Now that I've called you out on lying about this? He responds by saying, it's not like that, it's just I don't like being called a liar. He then claims, I didn't call you a liar, I just wanted to know what was going on. And then she says, I told you and you said I lied to you. I don't know why he's trying to pretend that he didn't call her a liar. He can literally look to text up. He's going for like the playful insults kind of thing, like, oh, you dork, you fucking dweeb geek, what are you up to, huh? Leads people on, you're nothing. Fuck you, I was being nice. If this is him being nice, I am so curious to see what him being, are you on your period or something? Well, why don't you ask one of your dumbass animal friends to help you with it or something? Oh, reading this guy's text, and it only gets worse. It gets even more. She didn't use you. She didn't lead you on. She didn't do anything besides just respond to your initial unhinged messages. Couldn't get a boyfriend for years. That's because everyone keeps going. You got too much time in your hands locking it down, and the whole thing is just adorable. So how could it possibly end up in the shitter? What went wrong? Beautiful. It's a hint of old Charles in these text messages here. Deep in the flavor profile of these embarrassing texts we're about to go over, I see myself staring me in the mirror. When I was but a wee lad, a young man, the very first time I got a girl's number that I was interested in, I was supposed to convey here for the emotion, told me that you would keep me updated. We have a good life. And then some more example of how to communicate softly, respectfully, and just being a pretty good example of like how to just be a normal person when interacting with somebody else. He also mentioned became convinced this would be enough to make me leave the life I built. I need to assure you it's not. Please do not ask me this again. I'm not interested, nor will I ever be interested in being your wife and child bearer. So she lets it all come out here. She pulls no punches. She sets the record straight and says it right to his face. Well, as close to his face as anyone will ever come through text message. A win-win. You would learn to love it because our home together would be so peaceful and joyful. However, perhaps you're right, and you are not the woman I thought you were. You're attracted to a size, because I can't even begin to understand how someone as intelligent as you are. A luxury life free of stress turned down for a life of second guessing and financial strain? Why? Why aren't you accepting this? Yeah, I'm sure he has so many friends. He contacts all his friends. He's like, guys, she won't just give up her life and move in with me. What's wrong with this bitch, huh? What's going on? Like I said, there was a lot more outside of text that he did, but I only wanted to focus on the texts. Hopefully they don't have to deal with this individual anymore going forward. And yeah, it's about it. See ya. Is the reason behind all this. Finally, we can put this mystery to rest. This is where the boners come from. I always wondered, why is my dick getting stiff, huh? Well, now I know it's because...
Nice one.
How does it look?
Good. Good. Now let me see you use your phone. Go ahead. Wrong.
No, the pussy appointment was canceled. We can have sex another night. I'm busy. It's boys' night. Yeah, I'll call you back. Alright, goodbye. Sorry, I suspect that she was busy. So I think this makes complete sense. And he says, I won't text you anymore, nor will I ever message you. Have a good life. My apologies for not being disrespect. I hope you climb mountains. I truly like you. That's about it. Yeah. Normally when I cover text messages, it's about really creepy guys doing unhinged things to women through texts or videos, whatever. Today's a little different. This is only like the second time I've heard a story like this, where a guy, but call it a sixth sense if you will, I can read people like a book, and I already feel like you, I've known you forever. I don't know if you believe in past lives or not, but if stuff like that exists, I had a...
a kiss for more than this. I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. My breaking heart, and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my first shatter into you. The soft candle glow, the music so slow, your skin on my skin. The room is spinning, love on my board. I'm shaking.
Opportunities for the people in that community. Like some of that money goes to, you know, like youth leagues and churches right there in that community. One of the examples I use is like if you're in a town in Missouri with 50,000 people, and let's say you really like to bake, but starting a bakery is a dumb idea because people just don't have money in that town. But then I pump $60 million a year into that economy, and a lot of that just circulates right there in that town. Then if I start a bakery, it's a good idea. And I know if my bakery fails, I'm not going to die. I can at least go home and take this off. It's a stimulus. Because like you said, we've done a lot of things that were supposed to be a stimulus, like give $4 trillion to the banks. Like that'll stimulate the economy. Nothing's going to stimulate the economy better than getting student loans off the backs of freaking young people, you know, lying about just to get people in the door. The second thing you do is you go to the schools and say, hey guys, why are you 2.5 times more expensive? It's kind of weird because, like, as far as I can tell, there's been no massive quality change. And that's forward or healthcare benefits and the rest of it.
Yeah, I was reading something about people. Actually, it might have been that. What I was just telling you about Yuval Noah
Harari. Yeah, 21st century. Yeah.
It was. I always say that guy's name wrong.
It's a tricky name.
Yuval Noah Harari. Yeah. 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. I think he was talking about how many people plan on
their mental health and a bunch of other things. So right now, only 6% of American high school students are in technical or vocational training. In Germany, that's 59%. Give you a sense of what the gap can be. So what we're doing is we're over-prescribing college. We're saying college.
So we can squeeze those playful butt cheeks down there and deliver his special presents for you that you've been asking for. And I even heard from a reliable little helper of his that if you leave goof juice out instead of milk and cookies, old St. Nicholas will be extra happy and might leave you bonus points. Now what if I told you that jolly old son of a bitch done paid me a can of bug killer, which was Hot Shot Ultra Bed Bug and Flea Killer, then he sprayed it on fruit, vegetables, and cooked chicken. He didn't pay for the chemical spray, or the food, and then he left. Apparently he had posted the video and was shocked.
Reloading. location.
Is all around, doll.
Says can get me into meat.
Stop right there, Audie, or I will shoot.
I hope that big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your priorities straight, Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
It's like a holdable item.
Yeah, I don't know.
Power of Christ compels you. Alright, well, I won't attack you then.
Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
What are you doing? Give it up, LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
To the right here. It's down this hallway. Oh shit. The fuck? Yeah. Shit. I thought I could run through it or something. Yeah. We got killed by a fucking ghost clown. God damn, dude. If one of us has to run on the mine and save ourselves. Damn, I thought I could save us. No, I thought I could save us by killing myself and killing the spider with me.
You can hear me. Let's go over this. Or you first. Oh crap. Well shit. I think I can make this. I think I can do this. Let me I can't.
There's a spider in the head bug. Sniffly. Hello? Oh, what the fuck? Wait. My hands are glitched. I don't. What? Do I have a bottles on my hands right now for you guys?
No.
You do? Yeah, I can't drop any. I can't pick up anything. I can't pick up anything.
Why are you good?
Oh shit. Hey, draw a penis.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
What a really fucked up penis. Huh? One of the testicles small as hell.
I mean, the right one always hangs lower to the left.
Watch this. Funny prank.
I wish this worked, but it doesn't.
Damn, that's a big one.
That actually doesn't work. Oh no, I just keep that doesn't work either. You were behind me, by the way. I wasn't even trying to hit you. Oh, it's okay. I can't do anything. I can't pick it up.
Hey, cat.
Is it still in? It gets just stressed out of taking it out of its home. Wait!
We need to vote.
He's getting out of breath.
Oh no!
What the fuck is that thing?
I don't know.
It's the man-eater.
Eats
How do you kill it? No, Ben! No!
Bro, that
thing
lost.
is horrifying.
Man, I got to the ship.
Did you guys hear me scream your doom?
You always were just a fart in a spacesuit, Johnny.